Man, the Philadelphia Eagles have been showing why their defense is one of the most feared units in the entire NFL. Watching them in action this season, it is clear that this is not just a group of talented athletes. It is a collective of players with incredible football IQs, discipline, and a relentless drive that makes it nearly impossible for offenses to get comfortable. Before we even get to the highlights, you have to take a moment to consider the injuries the team has been battling. Jalen Carter has been dealing with a hip issue. Nico Dean is sidelined with a hamstring. Dallas Goedert is nursing a knee injury. Lane Johnson is still not fully healthy. Jalen Phillips has been limited by an ankle. And Jayad Campbell has been managing shoulder problem but still managed to practice. When you see a team facing this many setbacks and still performing at such a high level, it speaks volumes about the depth and preparation of the roster, not to mention the coaching staff keeping everyone on the same page. Given this lineup of injuries, there's an argument to be made that resting some key players could be strategically smart. Without a bye week during the playoffs, creating a pseudo-rest period could preserve energy and reduce the risk of further injury. The thing is, this team has shown time and time again that they can adapt. Every player knows their role, and even when the starters are banged up, the backups step in seamlessly, which is a testament to the culture instilled by Vic Fangio and his coaching team. Watching the clips from practice, you see a defensive line that reads offenses with almost prophetic precision. The linebackers anticipate plays before they fully develop, and the secondary reacts with lightning-fast instincts. The way the Eagles prioritize fundamentals like tackling angles and rallying to the football in any condition, rain, wind, or cold, is what makes them consistently dominant. It's not just about individual talent. It is about every piece of the puzzle working together, each player understanding that football is a collective game. What really stands out, though, is the intelligence of the players on this unit. Jalen Carter is a perfect example. Even while dealing with his own injuries throughout the season, he demonstrates an ability to read the offense, anticipate the run, and position himself to make game-changing plays. Watching him in a mic'd-up session, you can see how he studies formations, adjusts to shifts, and communicates effectively with his teammates. It's one thing to have raw talent, but another entirely to combine it with such awareness and situational understanding. His presence elevates the entire defensive line. Players like Jordan Davis, Mauro Drummond, Jalen Phillips, and Nolan Smith all contribute in significant ways. But Carter has a knack for being in the right spot at the right time, which not only stops plays, but also forces offenses into making mistakes. It's rare to see a defensive line with that combination of physicality and football IQ, and the Eagles have somehow managed to put it together beautifully this year. Watching the season unfold, the team's discipline on defense is evident in the way they handle high-pressure situations. They're methodical in containing big plays, yet aggressive when opportunities arise to create turnovers. The coordination and chemistry among the players are visible, particularly in moments when they need to collapse the pocket or cover receivers downfield. Players like Christian Parker and Bobby King are often the unsung heroes of this unit. Their ability to analyze the game, communicate adjustments, and execute without hesitation is what allows the star players to shine. It's easy to look at stats and accolades and say, Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis is carrying the line, but the reality is that a coordinated unit is what keeps offenses guessing. Each player understands the other's tendencies and adjusts instinctively, which is a hallmark of an elite defense. Offensively, things have been equally intriguing, especially with the dynamic between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. At the start of the season, there were rumors of tension between the two, a narrative that fans and analysts jumped on quickly. But as the year progressed, it became clear that any disagreements were minor and personal. They were the kind of misunderstandings that happen when highly competitive athletes are striving for perfection. Over time, their relationship has evolved into something remarkable. By the mid-season mark, their chemistry on the field was undeniable. From celebrating touchdowns together to backing each other up in press conferences, it became evident that these two have developed a bond built on mutual respect and trust. Social media posts around the new year further highlighted this growing camaraderie, showing teammates laughing and enjoying moments together, reinforcing the idea that when players like Hurts and Brown are in sync, the team operates at a whole new level. This relationship translates directly to game performance. The connection between a quarterback and his top receiver is about more than just skill. It is about understanding tendencies, anticipating movements, and having confidence in each other's abilities. When Hurts throws to Brown, it's not just a pass. It's a calculated collaboration between two athletes who trust that the other will be in the exact right spot at the exact right time. This trust allows the offense to operate fluidly, opening up opportunities for big plays and explosive gains. Beyond the statistical impact, this synergy also energizes the locker room. When players see their leaders communicating effectively and supporting each other, it fosters a culture of unity that ripples throughout the entire roster. In addition, the Eagles' commitment to development and depth has made a huge difference in sustaining their dominance. Younger players and recent additions are quickly integrated into the system, learning from seasoned veterans and picking up nuances that make a tangible difference in execution. The coaching staff deserves credit for this, as Vic Fangio's defensive scheme requires precise timing, awareness, and a willingness to adjust on the fly. Yet, despite the complexity, the Eagles make it look effortless because each player knows their assignment and understands a collective goal. From the defensive line, creating pressure to the linebackers covering gaps, and the secondary shutting down passing lanes. It all functions like a well-oiled machine. Watching them in action, you realize that it is not just about talent. It is about preparation, intelligence, and chemistry. Even when faced with elite opponents like Josh Allen or James Cook, the Eagles' defense rises to the occasion. They anticipate movements, take calculated risks, and maintain discipline under pressure. Yards after contact are limited, rushing lanes are closed, and quarterbacks are forced into uncomfortable decisions. What makes this unit so dangerous is their ability to perform consistently, regardless of the opponent or game situation. It is not flashy or haphazard. It is precise, relentless, and intelligent football executed by athletes who understand the stakes and rise to the challenge. Jalen Carter's intelligence on the field cannot be overstated. Beyond the raw physicality that makes him a disruptive force, it is his awareness, anticipation, and study of offensive tendencies that make him truly elite. During the Bills game, his ability to read the formation, recognize the play before it fully develops, and then execute with flawless timing demonstrates not just skill, but an almost chess-like understanding of football. This type of player doesn't simply rely on strength or speed. They think the game, and that mental edge translates into big plays, turnovers, and critical stops that shift momentum. Carter's impact is felt across the line. When he penetrates the backfield or collapses the pocket, it creates space and opportunity for teammates to make plays. It's a ripple effect, and the Eagles benefit from having multiple players capable of creating it simultaneously. Another key piece of this puzzle is the work of Christian Parker and Bobby King, whose contributions often fly under the radar but are integral to the defense's success. They're the brains behind the execution, ensuring that everyone is aligned, reads the play correctly, and reacts in harmony. These coordinators and position coaches may not grab headlines, but their ability to prepare players, adjust schemes on the fly, and maximize talent allows the Eagles to operate at an elite level week in and week out. With this foundation, the team is able to absorb injuries, integrate new players, and maintain a level of performance that keeps them consistently competitive against top-tier opponents. Transitioning back to the offense, the evolving dynamic between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown has become one of the more compelling storylines of the season. Early rumors of tension gave fans plenty to speculate about, but the reality has been far more positive. Over time, Hurts and Brown have developed a relationship based on trust, respect, and a shared competitive drive. This connection is evident not only in their on-field communication, but in how they support each other off the field. Social media posts, sideline interactions, and moments of celebration together all point to a growing understanding and brotherhood between these two players. In a league where personalities can clash, it is refreshing to see how they have turned potential friction into synergy that elevates the entire team. The chemistry between quarterback and receiver is crucial in the NFL, and Hurts and Brown exemplify this perfectly. Their timing, anticipation, and ability to read each other's movements create explosive plays that change games in seconds. When Hurts throws to Brown, there is an unspoken agreement between them, a confidence that the other will be exactly where they need to be. This allows the Eagles to execute complex routes, exploit defensive weaknesses, and capitalize on every opportunity. Beyond the stats, this partnership energizes the locker room and reinforces a culture of trust and collaboration, which translates into wins on the field. What is equally impressive is the depth and adaptability of the Eagles roster. Even with injuries to key players like Jalen Carter, Dallas Goedert, and Lane Johnson, the team maintains a high level of performance. Second-string players and rookies are integrated quickly, absorbing lessons from veterans and stepping up in critical situations. This depth is a direct result of the coaching staff's emphasis on preparation and fundamentals, ensuring that every player understands the system, the playbook, and the expectations. The seamless transitions between starters and backups speak to the organizational culture of excellence and adaptability that has become a hallmark of the Eagles franchise. In terms of strategy, the Eagles continue to impress with their ability to read opponents and adjust on the fly. Defensively, they are aggressive but disciplined, prioritizing angles, containment, and rallying to the football. Offensively, Hurts' mobility and decision-making, combined with the receiving core led by A.J. Brown, keep defenses guessing. They are a team that balances creativity and execution, risk and reward, and individual talent with collective discipline. Watching them against top opponents highlights their ability to adapt to any scenario, whether it is stopping a powerful running back, defending a high-octane passing attack, or overcoming adverse weather conditions. Another remarkable element is the leadership and mentality fostered by the coaching staff. Vic Fangio's schemes and philosophy provide the foundation, but the players' buy-in and execution bring it to life. Every defensive play is calculated, every adjustment purposeful, and the collective effort is palpable. It is not just about making tackles or sacks. It is about controlling the game, dictating tempo, and mentally wearing down the opposition. Players like Carter, Parker, King, and others exemplify this mentality, ensuring that every snap contributes to the team's overarching strategy. As the season progresses, it becomes clear that the Eagles are not only talented, but also smart, resilient, and deeply connected as a unit. The combination of elite individual performances, intelligent coaching, strategic depth, and strong interpersonal chemistry positions them as a team capable of making deep playoff runs. With players like Hurts and Brown leading the offense and a defensive line that operates with surgical precision, every game becomes a demonstration of preparation, skill, and execution. This is the kind of team that can withstand adversity, overcome injuries, and still dominate opponents week after week. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling around the NFL, and the latest sparks come from none other than veteran broadcaster Joe Buck. According to sources close to the league, Buck, known for his unfiltered commentary and decades behind the microphone, reportedly made some critical remarks about the Philadelphia Eagles, raising eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. The comments, which allegedly question the team's current form and strategic decisions, have ignited a firestorm on social media, with fans divided between defending their squad and scrutinizing Buck's perspective. Insiders suggest that Buck's criticism could be rooted in the Eagles' recent performances, which some see as inconsistent given the talent on the roster. While the specifics of his remarks remain largely unconfirmed, speculation is rife that he touched on both coaching strategies and player execution, hinting that the team may not be living up to its potential. For a franchise that has cultivated a passionate fan base over decades, any hint of doubt from a respected figure like Buck is bound to generate headlines and fuel debates. The reaction has been immediate. Pundits are weighing in, attempting to decode whether Buck's comments reflect a broader narrative about the league's elite teams or if this is simply the opinion of one outspoken voice. Social media is ablaze with theories. Some fans argue that Buck has ulterior motives, perhaps aiming to stir conversation for ratings, while others claim he may have a valid point, citing recent lapses in performance that have sparked frustration even among the most loyal supporters. Meanwhile, the Eagles organization has remained publicly silent, neither confirming nor denying any statements made by Buck. This silence has only added fuel to the rumor mill, prompting speculation about whether internal tensions or disagreements could exist between team leadership and media figures. Analysts are also pondering the potential impact on the locker room, with some suggesting that players may use the criticism as motivation to prove detractors wrong, while others worry it could create distraction or internal pressure. As the NFL season continues, eyes will undoubtedly be on Philadelphia, with fans eager to see if Buck's commentary will turn out to be a fair critique or just another passing rumor. One thing is certain. The chatter has reignited conversations about accountability, performance, and the high stakes of professional football, proving that even offhand remarks from a prominent broadcaster can reverberate throughout the league. Whether this episode becomes a footnote or a turning point for the Eagles remains to be seen. But for now, speculation is king, and the drama shows no signs of slowing down. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.